Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Abdul back here with another video, and as you know, I've used the Google Pixel 2 XL for the longest, and since my first review of this phone, I received the Android P update. And there are actually 7 things I don't like about Android P. So I'm gonna walk you through those things, but before we get started, let's go find a better spot. Okay, the first thing that bugs me about Android P is the gesture navigation. It's been 2 weeks and I still can't get used to it. The overlay feature where you can switch between apps can't be escaped at all. If I wanted to just go into my app drawer, I can't do that. That overlay to recent apps will always show up, and then you have to swipe twice or long swipe, and which is a very uncomfortable thing to do, especially when you have a big phone and a small hand like I do. So I feel like Android P's gesture navigation really needs a lot more work. iPhone does it a lot better. Even OnePlus does it a lot better. I don't know what Google did here, but the gesture navigation needs a lot more work. It's just not intuitive. It's good to be able to access all your apps from anywhere you are, but it's not fun to have to long swipe up from the home button to get to your apps. Number 2, there are way too many features baked into the home button. They're trying to do way too much with it. First, if you press it once, you get to home. If you swipe it up once, you get to your overlay button. If you long press it, you get Google Assist. If you swipe it up twice, you get all your up drawer. If you long swipe, you get your up drawer again. If you swipe to the right, you can scroll through your recently used apps. If you flick it to the right once, you can get to your most recent apps. So you see how many features there are in one button, and that to me is not intuitive at all. And I think in the next update, and I feel like these are some of the things that I'm going to be talking about here, are everything that can be solved with a software update, and I hope Google can do that, because these things can really get to you and can get really annoying. For me, it's been 2 weeks and I still can't get used to the home button. And number 3 is split screen, and this is a feature that allows you to use multiple apps on your same screen, and that's a feature that sets Android apart from iOS. And it's another feature that I've got used to over the couple of years of using Android, and with Android P, this is a lot harder to access. What I mean by that is, now in order for you to access split screen, you have to go into your overview screen where you see all your apps that you've been using recently, and then tap the icon at the top of an app and then hit add to split screen, and then you can choose your second app that you want to use. And when I initially got the update, it was hard for me to figure out how to access Android P's split screen feature. But once I did, it's still kind of harder to get access to, but you know, I'm using it, and honestly, all the stuff that I've been talking about can be fixed with software. And even in terms of the home button that we talked about earlier, you can actually go into your settings and then change it so that you get the normal home button initially, instead of just the back and the little home bar that you have. Okay, number 4, and before I go into this, you might be thinking all of this stuff that I've been talking about is very nitpicky, but honestly, it gets to you after a while of using Android P. So number 4 is being able to access all of your settings. Before, in the previous versions of Android, what you could do is drag down from the notification bar, and then you see your quick access settings. You've got your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, whatever you use on a daily basis, you turn on and off, and right under that you'll be able to access all your features at once, all your settings at once. But on Android P, you gotta drag down one more time in order to access the icon that gives you access to all your settings. And now that's just another step. Okay, number 5, and that's the inconsistent back button. And this might be a bit nitpicky, but it's kind of annoys me a little bit, is when you're in the home screen, you don't see the back button at all. But when you open up an app, it magically appears. And it's like your ex who couldn't commit to anything, It's just there, but it's not there. Now, number 6, and this is where I'm gonna get very, very nitpicky, and this is the clock. And I never thought I'd be complaining about a clock in a smartphone before, but with Android P, the clock is on the wrong side. Over years and years, we got used to the clock being on the right hand side, But with Android P, when you look at the top of your notification bar, the clock is on the left hand side. And I know this is to accommodate for all the manufacturers who are coming out with Android phones that have notches, and even Google is doing that with all the Pixel 3 leaks that we've been seeing. And in terms of notches, let me know what your thoughts are about notches down in the comment section below, because I personally don't mind them a lot, you know, depending on how they're implemented. But anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. The clock is on the wrong side, and this kind of threw me off the first day I was using Android P, and you can get used to it, of course, but it'll throw you off initially. Okay, number 7, and this is the last thing that I don't like about Android P, and that is the share menu. So this has been an issue for other Android versions as well, is when you hit share on something, you've got the share via, and then you've got your apps, different apps that show up, and then above that you get contacts within certain apps. And that's an awesome feature, you know, if you talk to someone a lot on WhatsApp, they'll show up the first thing and then you can click them. But loading the second part of the share menu takes time. And I don't know why there's this pause for a few seconds almost for that to come up. And I was really hoping that Google would fix this in the Android P update, but they haven't. Okay, so there you have it. These are some of the things I don't like about Android P, but there are so many things that I do like about Android P. Let me know in the comment section below what you like and what you don't like. And if you want to see a video where I explain the things that I do love about Android P, also let me know in the comment section below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next week. Peace.